All right, yeah, this is CMD Boxing Reports. It's Ronell here reporting here, and I'm back at it for the boxing fanatics. All right, so let's talk about, some Felix Verdejo, Shakur Stevenson, and Teofimo Lopez. A study me making like 3 different videos. I'm trying to make this right here short and sweet with all three, okay? All right, so Felix Verdejo versus Bryant Vasquez. Okay, this was Felix Verdejo's most toughest fight since Lozado Jr. Now, we will say like Lozado Jr. was his toughest because he lost in that fight, right? But then again, he was dominating in that fight until he got caught, all right? And the ref stopped it. But Brian Vasquez is his most toughest challenge since then. Now, a lot of people, like there was a lot of mixed reviews on this fight. I want to look at it like this. I want to put it like this, okay? Let's say, right, you was to find, or I mean, no, let's say you had a choice, all right? Someone offered you some money, right? You had a $5 bill and you had a $100 bill, okay? Now, most likely the $100 bill holds way more value than a $5 bill, right? So you're going to go for that. But let's say if that $100 bill, let's say if it was like trashy, it was like crumbled up, it was all dirty, and the $5 bill looks brand spanking new, like if it just rolled off the press in Washington D.C. Okay, it just fresh from the bank. All right, you still going to go with that $100 bill because although that $100 bill is like all dirty looking, all crumbled up, all wrinkled up, that bad boy still holds a $100 bill value. Still holds value at $100 bill. You still gonna, go further with that. Okay, you can put some gas in your car, get some, food in your fridge, whatnot. You can go way further with that $100 bill, although it looks rough. And that's the same thing with Felix Verdejo, okay, in his fight with Brian Vasquez. Now, I noticed in the first round, Felix Verdejo started getting like a nick underneath of his left eye. Okay, can't forget he was in a motorcycle accident, and that side of his face did get messed up. Now, by the end of the fight, okay, Felix Verdejo looked like he was in another accident. Okay, I mean his whole face was swolled up, bloodied. Most of the blood was on the beneath his eye, and he just looked a hot mess. But Felix Verdejo, just like the $100 bill, he still had value in that fight. Okay, he was still, doing the right things to win. Now, with this fight here, Felix Verdejo, it's a good one because now he gets to go back to the drawing board and see what he has to work on. All right, when taking on tough challenges like the one he had with Brian Vasquez. Anyway, he could learn what Brian Vasquez did with him. He could learn some of those moves. Hey, just like Canelo Alvarez, he learned a lot from Floyd Mayweather. Just like Dillian White. Okay, he learned a lot from taking on Anthony Joshua. These are learning sessions. Okay, and so it may not look pretty to all. Okay, but hey, Felix Verdejo, I would sound like a fanboy last night, which I do like the guy, but here I'm just talking straight boxing. Okay, it's fights like this that makes fighters better, and I believe he's going to go back to the drawing board, and he's going to work on a whole lot of things. He's going to look at the tape. He's going to say, I don't like this. I want to work on that to make myself better, improve myself. I want to use some of Brian Vasquez's moves as well. Hey. This is how you learn. Now, Shakur Stevenson, right? Now, versus Christopher Diaz. Now, that was supposed to be another tough fight, all right? It's supposed to be a tough fight for Shakur Stevenson. I'm sitting back and I'm looking. I'm like, wait a minute. Where in the hell did they find Christopher Diaz? I mean, he's a veteran, yeah, but it looks like Shakur Stevenson is a tough fight for Christopher Diaz. I mean, is Shakur Stevenson, is he complete? Because he sure did made it look easy last night against Diaz. I mean, Diaz, all right, he couldn't outbox or outperform the much younger Shakur Stevenson, so he started using some veteran moves. He started stepping on Shakur Stevenson's front foot. Shakur is a southpaw. All right, so I mean, he was doing it on purpose. I know it happens accidentally, but Diaz was doing it on purpose, and it got to the point where Shakur Stevenson, he started doing it back. They was playing footsies for a few seconds during the fight, stepping on each other's feet and whatnot. Yeah, Shakur Stevenson, now, yeah, give him excuse. Yeah, he is young, okay? But the young man came in fighting great. I mean, for a young guy. And he also compared himself to the old time greats. And although he was getting booed, I mean, what was that about? Most people said because he didn't get the knockout, but I don't think it had anything to do with the knockout. I think it had something to do when he started saying that he's better or just as good as, some of the old time greats, Sugar Ray Leonard, whoever, Floyd Mayweather. He mentioned his name, and that's when the boos had started coming on, because I don't know, maybe the people weren't satisfied with his performance at the end. But I was. It was a great performance. He made it look easy. Moving on, Teofimo Lopez versus Edis Tatley. Okay, that fight ended early, 5th round, whatnot, body shot. Okay, let me tell you, Tatley did not look like he belonged in that ring with Teofimo Lopez. I mean, Teofimo, he just looked way stronger than Tatley. I mean, Tatley, oh my goodness. I said it from the beginning, yo, this dude, he's going to get knocked out. His punches didn't have that much steam on him. And I'm like, this is the best they could find for Shakur Stevenson. I mean, this is supposed to be his toughest fight. And, y'all thinks this is going to prove that he belongs in the ring with Vasily Lomachenko? Come on, get real. Nah, not here. Okay, I mean, he knocked dude out with a perfect body shot. And, the commentators, who was it? Timothy Bradley said, oh, he could have gotten up. Man, you don't know what that man felt like. I mean, if he could have gotten up and he decided to, stay down, because the man was, he was outmatched. Okay, hey, live to see another day. But Teofimo Lopez, he's a dirty fighter. He got some tricks with him. He'll hold a guy in the headlock and take his other hand and go behind his back and hit the dude. Dirty. I don't dig that. Okay. Do I think after this performance he's, ready to take on and knock out Vasily Lomachenko? Hells no. Okay. Vasily Lomachenko is not Edis Tatley. Okay. Those two, Lomachenko and Tatley, are two different people. Lomachenko will time this dude as he's coming in. Okay. He'll beat Teofimo Lopez to the punch all night long. All right. So anyways, that's my take on this. This is CMD Boxing Reports, and I'll catch you on the next one.